Hello, everyone. Welcome to Busy Lizzie's Budget. Thank you so much for being here today to find out about the update with Ranger. Let me just begin by telling you that it's been a rough day. I am exhausted. My brain's not working correctly. My allergies are terrible because I couldn't remember if I took my medicine or not, all of my pills this morning, and I didn't want to overdose. So in case I took them, I didn't want to take them a second time. I kind of feel like I didn't take them. I've been sneezing all day. The main reason why I'm exhausted is because Ranger is really sick again. So I'm going to tell you all about that. But first, let me just tell you a couple other things. And the first thing I want to say is I just want to thank you all so much. A lot of you took time and left really thoughtful, sweet, encouraging, nice comments on my video I posted this morning about budgeting blues and just feeling in a rut. And it is nice to know you're not alone. And I really appreciate all the support you guys gave me, and you totally cheered me up, and that's what I needed. So thank you for that. The next thing I want to tell you is if you watch that video, I found the beautiful challenge binder that Trina had gifted to me. So I just want to show it to you quickly because it's gorgeous, and it's like the one I'm giving, or the two I'm giving away. It has these beautiful stickers, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know when I'm going to be able to use it because you all know my problem is I already have too many challenges going, but this is something I'm definitely going to hold on to, and I love it to pieces. Okay, so now let's get down to the Ranger update. I am going to tell you about how he's doing, and then I'll insert some pictures, but I'll tell you about the pictures as I'm inserting them. So, but forgive me if this video is not great quality because again, I really feel like I need to give you an update, and you deserve that. And you all know, if anything, I am very consistent about my uploading schedule. And anyway, Ranger had been doing really well. And at one point, if you didn't know, he was so sick, he was on 12 medications when he came home from the hospital. He is down to 1. He's been on 1 medication, and it is prednisone. And he's been taking a quarter of a tablet every other night. The milligrams of the tablets are 20 milligrams. So he's having 5 milligrams of prednisone every other night. So in case you want the exact details, there you go. When he had first come home from the hospital, again, if you're new, I'll just throw this in here. They believed he had acute pancreatitis with a secondary, underlying more chronic issue, which they believed to be irritable bowel disease. So they said there was a chance he could have Addison's disease, but they really were leaning toward it being irritable bowel disease. And for either of those two diagnoses, whatever you want to say, for either of them, it's the same. It's really the same treatment. It's just a low dose of a steroid long-term. So long story short, we are weaning him. As you know, we are definitely weaning him down on the prednisone. As I said, we're down to a quarter of a tablet every other day. However, they said if he does have an illness, one of these two illnesses, then once you take him off the prednisone, he's going to have a flare-up. So I think that's what's happening. Anyway, let me back up to last week. I haven't been saying too much about him, but I am today because there's a lot to be said. So if you're interested, please listen. If not, no worries. Okay, I'm going to try to wrap my head around this or try to remember the details. But basically, it was probably a week ago is when he started going downhill. It started with the temperature change. We actually had to put in our air conditioners and run them for a couple nights. And he doesn't like the ACs. He doesn't like the noise. Around the same time, we had to put a flea collar on him. So we thought maybe the symptoms he's having now, which I'm about to tell you, we thought maybe those stemmed from having the flea collar on. Also, he hates the rain. And so if it rains, there's a chance he won't eat breakfast. So it rained for 2 mornings in a row, and he didn't eat breakfast those 2 mornings in a row, but then he continued to eat dinner. So about a week ago is when this all happened. And so he went for 2 days without eating breakfast, but then he didn't eat breakfast the next 2 days when it wasn't raining. So we realized it was becoming a habit, tried all different things that the vet said. But anyway, aside from him having, lack of an appetite, he was doing okay. So the last 2 days, he's been, for no reason, he's just been like shaking violently at different times. And his appetite has super decreased. He's not eating breakfast and he's not eating much for dinner. So I had talked to his vet last night and we had a plan. But then I called this morning because when we woke up this morning, not only was he shaking again for no reason, or that we couldn't figure out the reason, but he was just trembling and shaking. And his eyes were kind of all like, they weren't dripping, but they were just like filled with like runny mucus or something. I know it sounds gross, but he just looked awful, looked like he wasn't feeling well. So anyway, the vet called like 4 times today, but we finally got in to see her this afternoon. So, and I'm sorry, let me back up. The other reason why I was worried is because yesterday he barely ate any breakfast, and then usually he has a big dinner though. He wouldn't eat any dinner. And then this morning he wouldn't eat breakfast. And I figured he'd be starving this morning because he had skipped a huge dinner. He wouldn't eat anything. So then I tried to give him straight up just chicken, like boiled chicken, which he loves. He wouldn't even eat a bite of that. So the fact that he hadn't eaten for over 24 hours and he wouldn't even take the chicken, which he'll take when he's not hungry and doesn't want to eat, and he was shaking and his eyes were running, it just was too much. So the vet definitely wanted to see him. But she said, just get him well enough to make it to me. She said this morning, give him a whole prednisone. Now he's barking because Matt's home from work. I'm sorry if you can hear that. She said, give him an entire pill. So give him the 20 milligrams. So that's 4 times what he takes every other night. So she said, give that to him this morning so you can try to get some food into him, try to get him feeling better just to get him into me. So that did make him feel a lot better. And so I'll put the picture in here of him this morning, snuggled up on the couch. He has a few blankets that we got just for him. And he likes to be, when he's shaking, we wrap him up tight and then usually we hug him over that, but you can't see us hugging him in the picture. But he was just not feeling good this morning because normally he wouldn't be like that. So then once the pill kicked in, I was able to get him for a walk. And the other thing is he usually loves walks. And in the past week, he won't even go for a walk. So again, there's another thing. And I'm sorry I'm adding things here and there, but I just don't have the mental capacity right now to write out everything and make an outline for this video. So I'm sorry about that. So anyway, so I took him on a walk and he actually we were outside for maybe a whole hour walking, but it was a very short loop around the neighborhood, but he just kept stopping and sniffing everything. And you know what? That was totally fine with me. I was so happy he wanted to be outside. He was getting fresh air. He was doing the dog stuff. I was just so happy. And so I thought that was good. Anyway, we took him to the vet and we were actually not supposed to see our doctor. We were supposed to see someone else who we have seen in the past. Not a good experience at all whatsoever. And we knew we were supposed to see him, but we were also willing to take what we could get for an appointment. And of course, I had talked to Dr. Jen, our doctor, on the phone a few times this morning. So she knew what was going on and she was going to intervene. So I was trying not to worry about it. Hi, Matt. Hi. And so then, Matt will hear about this now. He hasn't heard about the appointment yet, but she said, she took a look at him, heard everything, and she took blood and said that a blood panel, and said that he was severely dehydrated. And she also said that some of his kidney level was a little bit off, but she said it would be if he was dehydrated. So nothing alarming on that. But she took his temperature, she listened to his heart, she did all that. And then she said she was going to call an internist, someone that they call on the side when they have a complicated case, and just try to talk to someone else and get a plan. So they also gave him oh, I forgot to tell you, when I took him for a walk, I tried to usually I can't get a picture of him because I can't drop the leash, but I knew he wouldn't run away because he was so sick. So I did get some pictures of him in front of some flowers. And then I'll put up a picture right now of him squinting in the sun. And I was texting that picture to my family and friends and saying, Mom forgot my sunglasses. So we sent that picture to Matt at work to make him smile. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put a picture of them giving him an IV. They hooked it to the ceiling and just had him stand and had me hug him, and they injected. It was a big needle, but he did great, and it was a subcutaneous liter or two of fluid. So after that, he looked like a humpback. So now I'll put those series of pictures up here, and you can take a laugh with me. He did look pretty funny. Anyway, then... so after those pictures, we were on the way home, and on the way home, he does love the car, but oh, wow, this is going to be a really long video. Okay. Don't worry, Matt. I'm only 11 minutes in. Good luck. Yeah. So then on the way home, he was kind of panting because it was hot in the car. I had the AC blasting, but it was still a little bit hot at first. And so when he pants, it looks like he's smiling. So I'll put that picture right here. And then when we got home, he was chilling with me and Addie outside. So I think I can I'll have to ask her, but I think I can put those pictures in. He was on the deck with us and we were just lounging and chilling, and he just wanted to be right with us. And he wanted to be under the chair so he could be half in the sun, half in the shade. It was so cute. So if I have her permission, I'll put these pictures in here while I'm talking about this. So right now he's doing pretty good. So here's the issue. When they sent him home from that hospital a while ago, they said it's either irritable bowel disease or it's Addison's syndrome. So we haven't been able to check for Addison's syndrome because there hasn't really been a need. They said it's a $400 panel test, and which, that's fine. We're trying not to spend more money, but of course, if they think that would be helpful, that's fine. Well, at this point, they definitely think it will be helpful because clearly he's coming off the prednisone and having issues. So it would just be really good to know if it is Addison's versus irritable bowel, because if it is Addison's disease, the treatment is slightly different. And it's just on a side note, my daughter's name is Addison. And so when she was in school a couple years ago, she decided to do a research project on Addison's disease in dogs. So she knows all about it. Anyway, so the issue is, in order to test for Addison's, he would have to be off the prednisone because the prednisone will skew the results for the Addison's test. So this was the issue. And this is why our doctor called the internist, because she was afraid if she took him off the prednisone completely, he was going to completely deteriorate so quickly that he would get to the point of no return. So she talked to this other internist, and they discovered there is a different steroid that we're going to wean him. Here's the plan. We're going to wean Ranger slowly off the prednisone. And then by Monday morning, he'll be off of it. And we will start this other, like dexamethasone or something like dexamethasone, something like that. Anyway, so she was ordering it. So that's why I don't have the name of it in front of me. But and so they're going to have him take that just for a week because they found that medicine does not skew the results of the Addison's test. So they're going to have him take that for a week, do the test panel for Addison's, and then they will put him right back onto the prednisone, which was working really great for him. So if he tests positive to Addison's, he'll need to be on the prednisone forever at a low dose, but he'll also need to go in once a month for a shot. I don't know what the shot is. Addie says it's a cortisol shot. I have no idea if she's right or not, but anyway, that is the update. So this weekend, even though she's going to wean him off the prednisone completely this weekend, she's also she's kind of giving him a lot more for the next few days because she wants for the rest of today and then for Saturday to give him a good dose of it and then wean him off over the next 2 days because she just wants him feeling like getting in good shape for a couple days. Okay, I'm really sorry how long this is going to be. I just want to say one more thing about her. She is so, 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 so sweet. that she told us she was on call this weekend, but because she's the only one on call, she gets really busy, especially having house calls for horses. So she told me that another town takes over call when it gets busy, but she said she was going to give me a code word. And if I gave that code word to the answering service, she's going to let them know if someone calls with this code word, contact me immediately. Do not put them through to the other town. So anyway, that is such a blessing. And so now I've been a wreck all day, and certain people have truly cheered me up. But right now I'm shifting my focus on that. And I'm just being so thankful that we have such a good vet. Okay. So now let's get into the nitty gritties. And I need to do this very quickly because I wanted this to be a short video. So here's all my junk. So let's sort this out. Okay. So first we need to look at the sheet and see the money that was contributed. So I think what I'll do is, I hope you didn't see that because that gave the answers, but look at this. This is a cute little paper clip from Carly, Budget with Carly, from the M&M. I think she's the one with the M&M Savings Challenge I bought that I'm giving away for the, I can't talk, guys. I'm so sorry. I knew this video was going to be so hard, for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So first, before I show you the sheet of donations, let's see how much money was donated in the last 2 weeks. Okay. It's going to blow your mind. 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 230, 235, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. You guys, $250 has been donated in the last 2 weeks. All I can say is God is so good, and you guys are amazing. So let me show you where it came from. I'm going to go through this quickly like I always do. I always want to thank everyone again. So let's just go through this quickly. So Steph, she's at, her YouTube channel is Budget with Mama Bear. She donated $100. She did a Ranger Savings Challenge from the fundraiser Kim had set up. And so this is not her first time donating, because by buying the challenge, that donated something. And now, so highlighted in this color, or highlighted, whatever color you want to call that, are people who have donated at least once. I mean, this is at least their second time. It might even be their third. Anyway, so I just want to thank Steph from Mama Bear. Then my friend Sheila, there's a little heart. She's one of my longtime subscribers, and she's just become a good friend. And I remember she already sent $100 before, but she sent another 50. And I'm just so grateful, because you guys, I never thought in weeks 9 and 10, we would get more, even without a fundraiser. The last time we got over this much was at week 4. This just blows my mind. And you know what? Of course, Ranger going in today for blood work, having the subcutaneous thing of fluid, needing new medication, and now the Addison's test is at least $400. So now we're over 11,000 and we're getting close to 12,000. So all I can say is this was like such a super big hug. So thank you all so much. All right, let me keep going. Let me actually move the money. I want to make sure you can see this. So anyway, I'll try to go faster. So someone wanted to remain anonymous. They donated $25. Our friend Barb at Barberlin Budgets. She's my BLB. I'm her BLB. And Barb, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I've been missing your videos, and I'm excited to catch up, or to start watching your videos again. But I miss you. But she donated 20. She was one of the first people I started watching. And then this is another subscriber that I'm become friends with, and I don't know how to pronounce her name. I think it's Yvonne, but if I pronounce that wrong, I am so sorry. She PayPal'd $15 for Ranger. And Jen, she has a YouTube channel. It's Jen DP Budgeting for Beginners. And again, they'll all be linked. So if you want to check out their channels, you can just click on the link and subscribe to them if you want. And she sent me 10. It's so neat when I get that PayPal bling noise, because I know what that is, and it's just so exciting. So thank you so much. Then Nikki Sinclair, I believe, is a subscriber from Australia. And if I'm wrong, please tell me, Nikki, but she sent $10 through, I believe, PayPal. And then you've heard the name EE before. EE has sent me mail, I think 4 times now. And I believe she was the one that said, I don't remember what I wrote in the card, but if you want to share it, you can. So I'm not going to read you her card, but she sent me a card with $10. And she said in the card, if I remember correctly, so let me back up for 1 second. So anyone who sent money directly to me, Ranger and I made homemade thank you cards because we wanted to give of our time in our thank you card to send back to you to show you that we care and we appreciate your donation so much. So I had made paw print thank you cards, and we had mailed them with a little gift to everyone who had donated. And so she just was so touched by that. And I think she said that she was, and we put a Ranger scratch off in there. And yes, I spent some money on those. And so she was just said she was having a rough morning, and she received that, and it was just uplifted her, cheered her up, and it just meant a lot to her. And she just wanted me to know that. And she said she just felt burdened to send another $10. So that was so sweet. She is such a sweetheart. And I love it when I go to the P.O. box and I see her label because it's a certain animal and I know it's from her. So she also made me that Tetris die to go with the Tetris game I was doing from Trina at Budget by Number. Okay, and then my friend Sarah Morris, she's continuing to donate to Ranger. She is a subscriber who I actually just did a custom order for, and she sent an extra $5 and said it was for Ranger. So that was so sweet. And then if you remember, I was talking about Carly with this sweet little paperclip. Carly, who I only know from Etsy, when she mailed my Etsy order, she mailed this with $5 that said it was for Ranger. So that was so sweet. So you guys, weeks 9 and 10 came out to $250. I never ever would have expected that. So I added that on. So far, you all plus, my kid's father did a big donation. A friend from high school did a big donation. And so you guys all collectively have sent $3,630 for Ranger's vet bills. And it's a total of 110 different people. So I cannot thank you enough. And I'm going to, again, try to keep this as short as I can. Let me go ahead and let's see what time we're at. Okay. It's not too bad. Okay. So let's just do this part where I usually get confused. Let's do this real quick. So this is the money from you guys. So let's put it on this side where it says you. So this is $250. And there's 34 in here. Okay. And the person who made this is MJ. And MJ, I know you have a YouTube channel because I subscribed and left you a message, but if you are watching this, please get in touch with me because we made you a homemade thank you card and we have a little gift for you. And you're the only person I wasn't able to find their mailing address. So get in touch with me if you're watching. Okay. So let's see. So that's the me money. This is the you money. So I already did a little cheat sheet, nice and messy over here. So this is $34. So if we put this all together, like my other videos, I've kind of done it all the same way. This should be $284. So let me take out 84 and let's hope this goes smoothly because you guys know I deposit this in denominations of 100. So it makes easy math for our tracker. When I've done it different ways for tracking things, it was so much more complicated if I put in random amounts. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's put the 84 here. And again, I'm sorry, I keep sniffing. Am I doing this right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll put the 84 there. And where it says U34, oh, look at this. Oh, snap. Look at that. Switch that to 84. And we'll put this back in here in our relief for Ranger. And this goes back in my binder. And where it says U34, I'll change it to 84. Okay. And then that means this should be 200. So 1, 120, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 200. So this is $200. So we're going to color in two. You know what? Let's just do it now. Let's just do it right now so we don't get confused. We're going to we're going to color in 2 paw prints on the donation side. So I'll just do that right now for you. Okay, there we go. So that is coming along so nicely. So this is the $200. I'll set this aside. I won't forget what that is. And then let's see. For me, there was $5 left. And let's see. My sheet of paper says I have $333 to contribute. So where did that money come from? I am so glad you asked. Here's where it came from finishing my challenge from Liz at Liz and Less. Oops. And from this challenge, the money bag challenge from T&L Budgets. And I just want to mention this in case anyone else is trying to find this challenge. It's tricky to find on their shop, but there is a gumball challenge with gumballs. It's super cute and colorful. If you click on that challenge, there's a drop down and at the bottom it will say money bags. So anyway, they have a great site, as does Liz. So they'll be in the description box too. And so from finishing those 2 challenges, look, I got my little sloth paper clip. This should be $338. So we only have another 5 to add to it. So that comes to $338. So we need to we'll add in the 5, but we need to take away 38. So 20, 35, oops, and then 6, 7, 8. So hopefully if we take out 38, it will come to 300. So that is exciting. So let me put this, let's see. Let me get a paper clip that'll be faster for me to get on. So this is going to turn into, we're just going to reuse these today for sake of time. So we're going to go, did I say 38? Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to cross that off because I don't want to get confused. So 38 is for me. We'll put that in here too. And then you guys, this should be 300. So hopefully this is 300. And then when I take both stacks to the bank, it should be 500 and I should be able to make a $500 payment to the Care credit card. So I'm so excited about that and thankful for that. Let's just make sure that this is 300. Let's go. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 300. So 300 there. That means I get to color in 3. I'm going to finish off this row and you guys, then I'm going to start this row. But I'm wondering as we get closer to catching up if I should go backwards, but I don't think we're there yet. So anyway, let me color in 3 of these paw prints and I'll be right back. And I'm sure I got another story for you or something. So stay tuned. We're almost at the end of the movie. Okay, I'm going to talk to you while I color in this last one, and then you can see how painfully slow I color this in. But I may as well, because I'm going to talk to you and tell you something anyway. But I just wanted to let you know. Oh, good. It's a quick bone. Okay. My kids are on vacation. They're on spring break, April vacation, whatever you want to call it. And they have a week off at Christmas. They have only a week or less off. And then they have a week off at the end of February and a week off at the end of April. So today it's Friday afternoon now. And Max is working at his new job right now, but they are both on vacation from school. And I believe it's Thursday that Max leaves for Chicago with the school that he was invited to, States for their quiz bowl, which is like their trivia. So he's been studying a lot. Okay, that didn't take too long. So Addie and I are going to spend some time together. We already spent some time outside this afternoon giggling so much because we just make each other laugh. And yeah, so we're going to have some girl time and we're going to have a good week. This weekend, Matt is going to work on trying to fix our deck and secure it, but that's another story I will save for later. So let me know what you guys are up to this weekend. I would love to hear. And I just want to thank you all again for sending encouraging messages about Ranger, for still spending money I don't know if I said spending or sending, but for sending money for everything. You guys are just absolutely amazing. And yeah, I hope you have a great weekend and I will see you Monday, and make sure you're there because Monday I'm going to be revealing the giveaway winners. I'm going to do it live. We're going to do it together and find out who's winning all 29 gifts. So I'm so excited for that. That's going to be awesome. So I will see you then. Bye.